Welcome to Hills of Emerald Tarot channel. This is a collective reading for your love life for the 2024 year. I am an intuitive reader using tarot as a guide to help provide some insight on your love life for the upcoming year. Do not force the reading to fit where it does not. If you find that the reading does not resonate, you may pick another pile or choose another reader who's more tapped into your energy. Keep in mind this is a collective reading for many people. Just a disclaimer as well, I do not feed people's ego or delusion. I understand this is a love reading, but my primary focus is on the individual's growth and evolution. Please review the piles and select the pile that you're intuitively drawn to. Pile 1, we have an Amethyst. Pile 2, we have Rose Quartz. Pile 3, we have a Bloodstone. Please pause and reflect and decide. I will have the timestamps in the description below. Thank you. Hi Pile 1, this is your reading for 2024. So if you chose Amethyst, I'm going to be going over your love life for the next upcoming year. So overall, I see that it's not going to be the easiest year for you. I'm going to be honest. There is going to be a lot of work to do, but I do see you coming out at the end of the year kind of a lot stronger than when you went into the year, which is a great sign. So starting off, we have 9 of Cups. So you're coming into the year like in a really self-care mindset, which is kind of typical for like everybody. Early January after New Year's, everyone has their routine, like they want a brand new lifestyle, brand new them for the new year, which is great. Honestly, it's great to make resolutions, kind of stick to them as much as you can. Maybe something will be more longer term than other things, but it's good to kind of have that mindset into the new year. So I see you really focusing on like things like your beauty, your physical appearance, your health, your wellness, really pampering yourself. You're coming into the year really confident, which is great. Like you're ready to take on the challenges. I would say be a little careful with that because I do see there is like underlying emotions that you're kind of ignoring just because you are trying to a little bit force change. I do see underneath there is a little bit of feeling of loneliness and maybe loss, a big sense of loss either in your recent love life or finances. So I do see that there is some underlying insecurity within you that you are kind of trying to brush under the rug. Spirit's saying to really kind of confront that with a lot of courage, kind of try to face it head on rather than ignoring it. Kind of tackle it authentically and bravely as much as you can. That is really the advice for you to really handle these type of underlying emotions. Spirit's saying do not ignore it. I do see that in your recent love life, maybe currently in your present love life, you dealt with a lot of like betrayals, backstabbing, inauthentic partners, maybe people that have treated you really badly, maybe even abusive relationships. I see a lot of like, conflict, anxiety, and just not having your voice heard in relationships, always having to argue, never being at peace. Spirit's telling me you really have to let go of that energy in 2024. That's kind of going to be your big lesson, is going to be like letting go of this toxic energy, these karmic relationships, these things that have really held you back in life. Spirit's kind of wanting you to take on like more of a diplomatic approach to really be able to fill your cup and kind of not being a pushover, but kind of like seeing how people have kind of brought you down to their level in the past and kind of moving above it, because you are somebody that kind of has muddied your energy by these people that kind of have brought you down. And Spirit's kind of telling me to remind you of who you really are. You're not like these people that have abused you. You're better than that because you're not an abusive person, whoever I'm reading this for. Like, you've just been caught up in like these negative cycles. Maybe you've had like bad relationships early on, or some childhood trauma that's kind of like attached some negativity, a negative attachment to you that keeps drawing in similar types of people. And Spirit's really telling me you're in a position in 2024 to really break that cycle. And it's not gonna be easy. Like, in order to be a leader, in order to be somebody in better standing in your love life or in your life in general, it's not gonna be a smooth transition. It's not gonna be like that mentality in the new year where you're like, oh, overnight I'm gonna change. It's gonna take some work. Not everyone wants to hear that, but you're gonna have to do a lot of shadow work. We have the Four of Swords energy and the Moon energy here. You're gonna have to kind of self-reflect and see what attracted you to these people to begin with, and like kind of take a self-analysis, a spiritual analysis, jot down your dreams at this time. You're gonna like make notes of like where you're lacking in your personality, where other people have treated you wrong, and kind of self-assess and assess certain situations in your life of where you could have said, you know, not for me. This isn't healthy for me. I'm walking away. Whereas in reality, you stayed and you thought you deserved this negative and bad treatment. Of course, it's not all of your fault, but we can't control other people. So the best method to deal with these past toxic situations that you've been in is kind of assess like, what happened here? How do I avoid it in the future? How do I make sure this doesn't happen to me again? And to be honest, you're not gonna come out like one day like, oh, I figured it out. This is what happened. This is how I don't do it again. You're gonna have like kind of like shaky, more genuine confidence, right? Like I see maybe later in the summer, fall, where you're kind of like the energy of, if your voice, even speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. It's not going to be easy in the beginning, but you're going to have like more of a authentic, slow building confidence. You're going to be feeling unprepared, but you're going to be ready finally to kind of take it on like authentically as your true self, not like a facade of like, oh, I'm going to pamper myself every day. Like, no, like you're actually going to do the inner work and really take it day by day, like nourish yourself, maybe in the material world and also spiritually as well. You're gonna like be really consuming better media, even like just non-toxic media, things that are more aligned with a better future than this conflict and this toxicity that you're used to with like the Five of Wands energy and the Ten of Swords energy here. That kind of resulted in like a lot of like inauthenticity, where you do try to put up a brave front, but here like there's a deeper sense of loneliness and loss inside of you that you don't really want to put out there. Maybe you put more of a brave front where you're like super diplomatic and friendly and everyone wants to associate with you, but you've been through so much pain in your relationship, a lot of betrayal, like people aren't giving you as much as you give them, leaving you kind of like feeling dejected and unhappy. So I do see that will change by like maybe the fall winter 2024, where you kind of like really acknowledge what's happened to you properly. And I do see like the new shift in your mindset will manifest into the material world with newer love offers that maybe are from healthier partners, not what you're used to. So it might feel a little different, but you will get these new offers, new love opportunities, maybe even new financial opportunities. Maybe opening up your love life in a less toxic way will also open up other areas of your life that are more like all areas of your life will be more abundant. I do see you're ending off the year in more of an emperor energy, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. Emperor just means like you're finally like a leader, like somebody that has like a lot of integrity, a lot of wisdom, somebody that's really never gonna give up their power again. Like that's a really great way to end off the year. Like you've learned. That's telling me that maybe there's going to be a lot of highs and lows this year, but you're going to be ending the year in a more authentic, confident place versus how you started the year with this whole like new year, new me, where you're ending the year in Emperor energy, which is like the confidence is coming more from experience and learning than something shallow. Like you've actually done the work and you're actually ending the year a better person, healthier person, maybe somebody that's more discerning and wise and willing to be a leader in your life and being in control of your life, like rather than letting things happen to you. I really see that you ending the year like that, and I think that's, even though like this reading might seem scary to some because you're going to be going through it, and I really like that you're ending the year the way that you are, because it'll all be worth it at the end. You're going to see, you're going to be a much stronger person than when you started out. Hi Pile 2, this is your reading for today. If you chose Rose Quartz, this is going to be your overall love reading for 2024. So overall, this is a great spread. This is a very, very positive spread. You should be glad that you chose Pile 2 because you're very lucky. You're going to be very lucky in love this year. I will say that. So you're starting off the year with this type of energy, like maybe in your present or recent past, you've kind of really been in a giver type of energy. In the past, in your love life, like you've always given more than you've received. I do see that's kind of left you feeling a little bit exhausted in that type of energy, but not so much that you're no longer, like you're giving up on love, which is a great news because you do have a lot of good coming for you this year. Spirit is asking me to tell you to kind of like change your perspective on love this year, because there is great things coming for you, but you do have to change your mindset a little bit to kind of like see why you've been such a giver in the past. Maybe it's possible that you've been in this giver energy out of a sense of control, because if you feel like if I give and give and give, maybe that person won't leave. So Spirit is kind of telling me to tell you that you kind of have to change your perspective on love a little bit in terms of how much you've done in the past for other people. Once you kind of figure that out for yourself, I do see a fast moving energy and a new relationship coming your way. It's gonna be pretty sudden, to be honest. You're not gonna expect it. It's gonna be the sudden love opportunity that comes to you. I do see the Two of Cups here, so I do see that it's gonna be a good give and take type of relationship. Maybe not something that you're used to, like you're used to being the primary giver, provider, whatever it is, but you're finally going to meet somebody that gives to you as much as you give to them. It's going to be a very reciprocal, equal energy, very balanced, very harmonious, very affectionate love partner coming your way. I do see that this relationship is going to move pretty quickly. There might be some challenges ahead, but it will be worth it from what I can tell from this overall spread. The challenges may be like something external. Maybe people will be like, oh, you're moving too fast. But you know yourself, follow your intuition about this person. The challenges, they seem like they will be small, but and they will be worth it. If it will be something worth working through for this relationship. I do see that this person's going to bring out a sense of calmness in you. Maybe you've been a little bit high strung in the past, but this person is going to bring in like this harmonious, calm energy within you. It's not going to be like butterflies, where you're like nervous around this person. This person is going to make you feel really at ease and really secure in the relationship. So this person that's coming in for you, they might be somebody from the past. It's possible. It might be that somebody in the past seemed very immature to you before, and they're coming in with a much stronger energy, a more devoted, healthier energy that is willing to make a long-term commitment, possibly. Or it could be a completely new person. This person does, or your relationship overall with this person does have like a youthful energy to it, like a very innocent energy to it. Not to say the relationship isn't serious. I'm saying you're both kind of bringing out like your childlike innocence, like which is great news, especially early on into the relationship. And again, it doesn't mean it's not going to be serious. It's not like it's puppy love. You guys are, from what I can tell, grown adults, but there's going to be like a honeymoon phase, a very youthful energy, happy, blissful energy. But I do see with like the 8 of Pentacles, there is an underlying need to build something tangible together. It's not going to be surface level, frivolous or anything like that. There is going to be a desire for both of you to build a life together and be hardworking and devoted to each other. I do see the Magician energy here, so I will say that your vision boards, your manifestations, are all paying off. Everything you've tried to manifest in your love life is coming to fruition in the year of 2024. This is a really positive card in terms of making what you've wanted into a reality in the 3D. I see the World card here. That's also just extension of like bliss. You're gonna be very blissful with this person, very like feeling on top of the world. So like you might travel together, which will cement your relationship even more, and get you closer to this person even more. There's definitely a feeling of like euphoria with this person, especially early on. This person might be, or you might have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo heavily in your chart as well. With the Hierophant and High Priestess energy, I see that there is a long-term commitment coming your way, possibly a marriage. This is very, very good sign in the reading that have the Hierophant card. I do see a spiritual connection with this person that you're going to be meeting and progressing your love relationship with. A very deep spiritual connection and a commitment in the material world together. I do see that you're going to feel for once that this is an equal partnership. Like, you're not going to be burnt out by this person. Like, you're going to feel like rejuvenated by this person, and they're going to feel the same way for you. Like, you're going to make a great team. I do see that, like, for example, like even your daily tasks of like routine, like you're cooking together, it just flows really well. Like, you don't feel like you're doing all the work. Like, you feel like you're being helped and you're helping the other person equally. You like even just like with the 2 pillars here, the 2 pillars here, the 2 of Cups here, like this is a very reciprocal energy. Like, I can even see you guys going into business together because you work so well as a team, and there's so much of a nice flow state and an equal give and take. Like, you're not having to initiate everything. There's like a balance. I do see that this person is really devoted. I do see that they're very committed to you, and I do see that once the honeymoon phase is over, there is going to be a really strong sense of like building a life together, a marriage possibly, or potentially owning a home together, or just kind of like even going into business together, having like financial abundance with each other, and just having that kind of traditional life. Not almost traditional, like where the women's doing all the housework, nothing like that, but like, you know, like having a home together, getting married, but there will be a healthier aspect where there is like a more equal partnership. Hi, Pal 3. If you chose the Bloodstone, this is going to be your love reading for 2024. So overall, this is kind of a complex reading, I will say that. So to get into it, you're starting off the year with it in the devil energy, to be honest. That's just life. Sometimes we all have our ups and downs. So in the devil energy, you kind of are in an energy of a lustful, obsessive energy. Maybe something has gone wrong in your love life in the recent past or present, and you're kind of stuck obsessing over somebody that potentially is not good for you. I do see that you're kind of in a depressed energy. You're trying to escape reality. You're kind of wasting time. You're scrolling social media, or like you're watching a lot of TV, or you're doing drugs and alcohol. Anything to really escape your feelings right now. I do see that somebody, a past partner, did put you in competition potentially with other women and men. You feel like you've lost a battle. You've lost a competition that you were put in. Maybe you were dealing with a karmic narcissistic partner and they triangulated with you and with another individual, and you just feel kind of dejected and like a loser, to be honest, a little bit. Like you're kind of stuck in this obsessive mindset of, what did I do wrong? What is it about the other person that's better than me? This like very victim mindset that you're in. Spirit is telling me that you kind of need to get back into reality a little bit. You got to put both feet on the ground. You got to like see what how the world really is. It might be scary at first. It might be a new feeling at first. It's not something that's easy. This is why a lot of people stay in a stuck energy, because it's not easy to face reality of what happened to you. I do see that you're spending all day and night thinking about this person. You're obsessing. You're unhappy. You're worrying about everything that went wrong, kind of ruminating in your head over and over. Like it's almost like you have a PTSD from this relationship. I will say that this person that you're obsessed with, they do have like a King of Pentacles type of energy, where they are somebody that you looked up to. You admired them. It's somebody that you put on a pedestal. But this person, the energy I'm getting is a shallow person. It's a status obsessed person. Somebody that, it hurts to say, and it hurts to hear, but this person did not think you were good enough for them. They didn't think you met their standard of what they find is important to them, which is status. And there's nothing, you can't control other people. You can't mold yourself to fit what they want. They might want something very shallow and petty, like people that are like that, or who are status obsessed. It might be the smallest thing. It might be like your skin color, your hair color, your eye color, like something, your education level, your class background, like some things you just can't really change. So it's better not to change for that person, but if you feel like you do need to be in a better place in your life, to just do it yourself, for yourself, not for anybody else. I do see that you kind of realize why this person rejected you on a deeper level, even though you don't really want to face why. I do see that you're kind of in a heartbroken, grieving energy. You feel like you've been put in the back burner. Other people are better than you. But Spirit is telling me that you cannot stay in this energy. It's a normal human emotion, but you cannot stay in this energy. I do see that in your life, like you've kind of been really codependent on other people, either financially or in your love life, like, or just in general throughout. Spirit is telling me you kind of have to tend to your own garden right now, and work hard for building yourself up, whether it's financially or your confidence, or you're in something in your love life where you feel confident enough to really put yourself out there for a more healthy partnership. I do see that there is a need for balance in both career and love life. That your life is pretty chaotic in this year, in 2024, but the universe is asking you to kind of balance two important things, and I would say that's your finances and your love life, and kind of bring harmony into those areas of your life and a healthy balance. I do see that somebody new is coming in for you, not the person from the past, but a new person that's coming in for you. You might find this person a little boring at first, but this person is more stable, and he's more, or she is more on your wavelength. He's more on your level. You're both kind of at a stage where you haven't reached your full potential. You're both kind of at that stage where you're gonna come together and potentially grow together. So it's not somebody that's already well established, but you're not well established from what I can tell either. You have a lot of growth to do as well. So I see that you guys are coming together to kind of grow together and mentor each other and seek mentorship from maybe others, but kind of still working together to build. I do see that both of you are taking on more of a novice type of energy in this relationship. Maybe both of you have had difficult relationships in the past that have inhibited your growth rather than allowing you to grow. So you're both kind of like coming together, not really knowing how to navigate it, but learning together how to be in a healthy relationship, because you guys haven't experienced that before. And you finally feel maybe a sense of control and initiative in this relationship, something that's healthier, that's more rooted in reality, I would say. However, there is a sense that this new relationship is fated. I feel that the universe is bringing you together to help both of you grow individually as well as together. So there is going to be a potential that this is a shorter term relationship. If it is a long-term relationship, then there is going to be a lot of changes throughout this relationship. And since you both are growing together, the relationship will kind of grow with it. And there will be a lot of adjustments throughout this relationship because of that. So it is kind of a complex reading, but I do see that something you thought you wanted didn't work out, but something you need will come in 2024.